What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So Call of Duty just keeps getting worse and worse, and there's so much bad news to consistently go over. And the craziest part is every single day it actually gets even worse, because you guys already know probably about all of the major issues currently going on, the problems in terms of the glitches, the hackers running amok, the anti-cheat not properly working. But while the anti-cheat isn't getting the updates that it's supposed to actually detect and ban all these cheaters, the cheaters are updating their softwares at a much faster rate than anti-cheat can handle, and it's actually causing major problems for Call of Duty. And something brand new just the other day surfaced, and it got so bad that today Call of Duty had to make tweets on 3 different official pages: the Call of Duty page, the COD updates page, as well as the Raven software page, and they all pretty much touched on this topic and tweeted something completely different. So that's how serious it's been. Before we get into it, a quick word from our sponsor, Mitch Cactus. It's a store that can get you the most exclusive operators, help you unlock the Black Ops 6 Mastery camos such as Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula. Right now, they're also running a huge Christmas promotion of up to 70% off all orders. They don't use unlock tools or mods, so you know it's 100% legitimate, and they have over 10,000 verified reviews on Trustpilot. You can use code TRIDZO for a 5% discount. The link will be down in the description. Real quick though, before we talk about it, at least let me give you some good news. I am gifting bundles to subscribers. If you want a chance to win, all you got to do is comment down below your Activision ID and which bundle you want, and I'll be picking random comments and gifting them bundles every couple of days. But let's go back into it. So here's what's been going on. Yesterday, someone tweeted this, and he said, "We kill a cheater, and I'm the one that gets shadow banned directly at Activision Assist at Activision." And from the clip, he doesn't show when he kills the cheater, but he shows that shortly after, while he's in a ranked match, so they end up kicking the pro player out and giving him a shadow ban. Now, it's pretty common that we get shadow bans, but people in the comments were saying, wait, maybe the cheaters are starting to get access to being able to shadow ban people when they get eliminated. So far right now, it's gotten to the point that if you end up killing a cheater, they can actually crash the entire lobby and crash the whole server, which you've seen multiple times with Nate Shot as well as Swag. And they actually ended up quitting Warzone because of that same problem. They'll end up fighting for their life against the cheater, and if they do end up winning the gunfight, they'll end up crashing the whole lobby. But now it seems like instead of crashing the lobby, they're actually shadow banning the players that eliminate them. Now, the craziest part is someone quoted this. He said the cheaters now have a tool where they can send 100x reports with one button pressed. I've seen it all. Sorry to everyone who's shadow banned. The system is so bad. And then someone said, hey, I don't know about all of that. Where's the proof that they can actually do that? And then someone who's actually cheating replied to him and said right here, and it looks like he has some sort of like a mod hack, whatever this is. And within the menu, it literally says that he can report someone for cheating, offensive text, offensive voice, text spam, all plus more, and then you can send all of them 100 times. And the crazy part is this tweet has 1 million views, and that caused insane backlash among the Call of Duty community. Everyone was just tweeting out on Twitter saying, what the heck is going on with Call of Duty? What are they doing? Nothing is getting fixed. The fact that they've left on their break and they haven't made any massive impacts or changes. And the last blog post they gave us, they told us that the biggest changes weren't going to happen until the Season 2 update, which isn't going to happen for 40 plus days. And that actually made people even more mad. So the next morning after that, Call of Duty went ahead and created a couple of different posts. So COD Updates tweeted this out. They said, an update from Team Ricochet. Several additional detections have been deployed over the last week. Over 20,000 accounts have been banned for engaged in boosting and cheating behavior, targeting rank play in Warzone and Black Ops 6, enhanced data center safeguards to ensure a more secure experience for Black Ops 6 rank play. Team Ricochet remains active with teams to work throughout the holidays as outlined in December update. Looking to 2025, we're prioritizing adding an additional layer of server infrastructure to mitigate stability issues that occur at the server level, additional upgrades to existing kernel driver and server systems, brand new server-side detection mechanisms. And then they also mentioned that as a reminder, spam reporting of any kind does not impact a player in-game standing. Whether one player reports someone once or 1,000 times, our system only considers the first report and throttles repeated reports. Users that attempt to spam report will have their account actioned on in accordance with the security and enforcement policy. We have recently banned over 8,000 accounts for malicious reporting. Now, honestly, I don't personally believe this because I've seen clips over on Twitter where people would mass report the same guy that they are spectating around 50 times, just keep spam reporting it, it, and eventually it would end up getting them kicked out of the lobby. And I've seen that happen too many times to really believe that only one report per person usually counts. And someone replied to them, they said, well, if that's the case, why not deny the ability to report a second time and give a notification like you have already reported this user, and give a refresh cooldown or something along those lines to showcase that this report is not actually counting, because people are always going to spam report because they know it works. And out of these 8,000 accounts that have been banned for malicious reporting, there's odds that many of these actually were reporting real cheaters and they were trying to get them out of the lobby, but instead they actually banned their accounts and the cheater probably got away. So it's like the whole situation and the whole method that Call of Duty follows is a little bit chalked. Even the shadow ban system, it's usually you are guilty until proven innocent. So even if you have like a 0.3, 0.4 KD, you don't play the game often, you get mass reported, you get shadow banned, they're going to put you in those shadow ban lobbies, meaning you're going to play with other hackers and cheaters. And for those 7 days, you're going to be stuck in those lobbies, not even able to matchmake sometimes until they review your account, find out you're actually innocent, and then put you back in your regular lobbies. And the thing is, Call of Duty has had this shadow ban system for a couple of years, and every single year the situation happens to where the players ask them to explain the shadow ban system because it just doesn't make sense. So Charlie Intel said, Activision insists that spam reporting a player in Call of Duty does not lead to a shadow ban, even though the company still refuses to explain the shadow ban system and its actual purpose, since so many non-cheaters are consistently put in it. So it leaves us with a couple of questions. Does the reporting system actually work in the way that Call of Duty has told us? Or is that Ricochet anti-cheat so bad that it actually detects players as cheating who aren't actually cheating and then puts them in the shadow ban loop? It's one of the two and both are pretty bad. Anyways, Call of Duty also went ahead and tweeted and they said, we've released a new white paper on the ranked play matchmaking process. I'm not entirely sure what that has to do with the current situation we're talking about, but they mentioned that the matchmaking process follows the competitive integrity, restrictions, rank and skill, your performance, time to match, and connection, and that's how they find lobbies. And to be very honest and summarize this entire thing in a couple of sentences, they're basically saying that their ranked play matches in the same exact way that the skill-based matchmaking does, so it's really no big difference. Now, the major problem with everything they've announced so far is the fact that a lot of the things they said are upcoming future changes that are not going to happen for a while, and even right now, the player base is actually getting record low numbers, which we're going to talk about in an upcoming video, and it's impacting how many players have been playing the game. On top of that, many pro players and content creators alike, even Call of Duty partners, are being very vocal about the problems that are happening right now. For example, Modern Warzone said, sick of doing the same song and dance every single year. And this is something that happens every single time, especially during the month of December. Hackers, issues, problems run rampant for weeks and weeks at a time up until they come back and push out an update to sort of fix those problems. And then we get put right back into that endless loop of consistent problems. So it's something that Call of Duty has been doing for years and years, and many people are starting to get fed up with it. They're starting to quit the game, and the numbers are starting to show that. And the craziest part is the reason why they jumped into Warzone 2 is because they wanted the game to have better server stability, no more problems, more fluidity, and just be an overall more smooth experience. But the craziest part is back in Warzone 1, they had 200 players with 60 hertz, and the current Warzone is stuck at only 120 players, and it's still facing major issues. So people were saying at that point, we might as well just go back to Warzone 1. The game looked and felt a lot better than what we currently have right now. And there was a lot less problems to deal with than the problems that we have at the moment. But what are your thoughts and opinions? Do you think Call of Duty is actually going to fix this? Or is it going to be too late? Is Call of Duty already ruined? I've been seeing a lot of people, COD creators who usually used to stream pro matches of ranked, are now streaming other games, for example, Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, and all these different types of new games that have been updated and have released instead of playing Call of Duty, and that's sort of encouraging their fan base to also move past the game itself. And so at the moment, Call of Duty is definitely at an all-time low compared to what we've seen this start of the year with the launch of the game, the launch of Warzone. But the good news is hopefully it will pick up when we jump into January, whether they add brand new content, they do these fixes that they plan on doing, they start actually doing some good changes. We're going to see that in the future. But at the moment, this is what we got. There's a lot of bad news to go over, which hopefully there'll be some good news to talk about in an upcoming video. But that's all they got for you guys in this one. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.